This is what happens when celebrity kids open their mouths and say exactly what they are thinking, with zero filter and zero concern for the billion-dollar brands their parents have spent years building. Starting off with John Legend. In January 2020, Chrissy Teigen posted an Instagram video of a cozy couch moment where the family was introducing their new adopted puppy, Petey, and 3-year-old Luna casually carried the dog over to her father.
John, would you like to hold her?
John. I'm not John. John. I'm your dad.
While Chrissy laughed off camera because there is nothing funnier than watching a Grammy-winning artist get demoted to first-name basis status by a toddler in his own living room. And if Luna can strip her dad of his title with one sentence, Stormi Webster proved she can destroy her mom's entire fashion legacy with even less effort. In June 2025, Kylie Jenner made a TikTok showing 7-year-old Stormi old photos from her King Kylie era, the period where Kylie was famous for wearing long colored wigs and bold outfits that defined an entire generation of Instagram aesthetics. Kylie was clearly expecting her daughter to be impressed by how cool mom used to look, and instead, Stormi looked at a photo of a blue wig paired with a red outfit and delivered a verdict no one saw coming.
Why are you so shocked?
Did you dye your hair in that photo?
No, it was a wig. Mommy used to love wearing wigs. And colored wigs.
A blue wig with red outfit?
I know, it's not good.
It's not a good combo.
I know.
Kylie agreed with her own roasting by laughing and saying, "I know, it's not good," which made the whole thing land even harder because the billion-dollar beauty mogul could not even defend herself against a 7-year-old's fashion critique.
That's what she gets.
The TikTok blew up because watching a child casually dismantle something their parent thought was iconic is a very specific kind of comedy that never gets old. And while Stormi went after her mom's fashion choices, the next 2 kids committed the exact same crime against their mother's hair. In July 2023, Serena Williams was out in public when a polite stranger complimented her hair, and Serena did what anyone would do and said, "Oh, thanks," with a smile. And then her daughter, Olympia, who was about 5 or 6 at the time, immediately blurted out, "It's a wig," with zero hesitation and absolutely no understanding of why that might be information worth keeping to yourself. Serena retold the story herself on Twitter and treated the whole thing as hilarious because there is genuinely nothing you can do when your child announces your beauty secrets to strangers, like a tiny press secretary who has gone rogue. And if you think one wig exposure is bad, Gabrielle Union's daughter did the exact same thing from the comfort of her own mother's arms. In April 2022, Gabrielle Union posted a sweet mother-daughter video where she was holding 3-year-old Kaavia while the little girl played with her mom's wavy, textured hair. Kaavia started by compliments that make a parent's whole week.
Yeah, I just love your hair, Mommy.
Oh, you like it? It looks different?
No.
No, it doesn't look different?
It just looks like this.
Oh, the wig hair? It looks like the wig hair? Oh, hey. You know what to expect.
If my mommy has hair, I want to give my mom. Daddy, which is this my mom's hair?
I like your mom's hair. It's got texture. You say texture?
Texture.
Mm-hmm.
Fans immediately called her Shady Baby because the child had just delivered the most polite and devastating wig identification in the history of celebrity parenting content. And while the wig revelations were harmless enough, Northwest went after something her mother probably thought was a safe topic and turned it into evidence. In October 2024, Kim Kardashian sat down with 11-year-old North for Interview magazine and asked what she probably assumed was a safe and flattering question. "How is my cooking?" North looked at her and said, "You haven't cooked for us in a long time," and then upgraded the damage by specifying that the last time was 2 Halloweens ago when she made mac and cheese and fried chicken and cornbread. North did give a tiny compliment by saying her mom was really good at making cucumbers and salt, which Kim accepted by calling herself a one-trick pony. The specificity of 2 Halloweens ago is what made this blow up online because it sounds like something a lawyer would say in a deposition, and the fact that the best thing North could say about her mother's cooking was that she cuts cucumbers well turned the whole interview into comedy that wrote itself. And while North called out her mom in a magazine, Apple Martin called out hers in the comments section for a completely different reason. In March 2019, Gwyneth Paltrow posted a ski lift selfie with her 14-year-old daughter Apple, whose face was mostly covered by goggles. Apple immediately went to the comments section and wrote, "Mom, we have discussed this. You may not post anything without my consent," which reads like a cease and desist letter drafted by a teenager who has already consulted with legal counsel in her head. Gwyneth replied, "You can't even see your face," which is the universal parent defense that has never once worked on a child who has already made up their mind. The comment was eventually deleted, but by then it had already gone viral and sparked a much bigger conversation about kids pushing back against parents who share their lives online without asking first. Apple sounded more like a tiny attorney than a 14-year-old on a ski trip, and the fact that she was right made it even funnier. And while Apple took on her mother's posting habits, Jimmy Fallon's daughter took on his entire career from the next room. During one of the at-home pandemic editions of The Tonight Show in March 2020, Jimmy Fallon was mid-interview with Jennifer Garner when his daughter's voice came in from off-camera with the casual urgency of someone who needed tech support and did not care that Dad was technically on national television at the moment.
All right, you ready?
Wait, hold on. I'm getting an intruder. Yes?
Daddy, how do I change my character?
You gotta give me 5 minutes, okay, bud? And I'll be right in there. Okay.
Fallon was bargaining with a tiny producer who had the power to shut down the whole operation, and Garner laughed and joked about her own kids wanting to interrupt for online school.
All right, wait.
They all wanted to come in, and I was just like, don't you have online school? Bye.
Exactly. Just like go, run.
It was the purest behind-the-scenes reveal of the entire pandemic era because it proved that fame collapses into normal parenting the second a child needs something and does not care who is watching. And while Fallon's daughter interrupted one interview, Dwyane Wade's kids turned an entire Instagram post into a family intervention. On January 18th, 2021, Dwyane Wade posted a birthday photo where he was posing nude behind his wife Gabrielle Union in a robe, clearly feeling confident about turning 39 and wanting the world to know it. His kids had different feelings about the situation, and they expressed them publicly in the comments section one after another like a coordinated strike. His 18-year-old son Zaire commented, "This isn't what I wanted to wake up to," with a sick face emoji. His 13-year-old daughter Zaya wrote, "Yo, chill, I just got on." And then the account for his youngest Kaavia, who was 2 at the time, posted, "Thought I had more time before his midlife crisis," which is the kind of line that sounds like it was written by a comedy writer, but landed perfectly because it came from a toddler's Instagram managed by someone who clearly understood the assignment. The internet joined the pile on, and the whole thing became the definitive example of children policing their parents' behavior in real time on social media, proving that no amount of fame or confidence can survive your own kids telling you to stop posting. And while North called out her mom in a magazine, Harper Beckham went after her mom's entire pop star past. In a 2022 Vogue interview, Victoria Beckham admitted that her then 10-year-old daughter Harper had zero chill when it came to her iconic Spice Girls looks. When shown photos of the famous tiny skirts and platform boots, Harper looked horrified and declared the outfits unacceptable, asking how her mom could ever have worn something so short. Victoria laughed it off but admitted Harper was not a fan, and even David Beckham jumped in and agreed with his daughter. And while Harper went after her mom's old fashion, Penelope Disick went straight for her dad's current dating life. In October 2023, on an episode of The Kardashians, 11-year-old Penelope was in a random discussion with her dad, Scott Disick, when Khloe asked what kind of woman he should date next. Scott casually said women in their late 20s.
What qualities should we look for in a girl?
Older.
He was saying late 20s, but I said young 30s is
No,
fine.
20s.
Whatever. Exactly.
Penelope immediately shut it down with a deadpan, "You're 40," and told him he needs to date women his own age instead of ones barely out of their teens.
You're 40. You're not gonna date someone 19.
I would.
Scott tried to defend himself, but Penelope wasn't having it, turning what was supposed to be light dating talk into a full public roast by his own daughter. No matter how famous you are or how carefully you build your image, your kid is still your editor-in-chief, and they will expose your wig and roast your cooking and call you by your government name and tell you to put your clothes back on without a single second of hesitation, because kids do not care about your brand, and they never will. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss another one.